Hello friends, welcome back to our YouTube channel DS Tech Mirror. This is part 4 of our Copilot Studio tutorial series. In today's video, I will cover what are topics in Copilot Studio. I'll start with some concepts first and then we will go to our Copilot Studio and there we will see what our topics are there. We will create our topics as well and also understand the concepts over there. So before I start, let's try to understand what are topics. To explain this, I will put a question to you that have you ever chatted with a bot that instantly understood your question and respond smartly? For example, I am assuming that you must have chatted with some bots till now. Let's say you are trying to reset a password or you are trying to book a ticket or you're trying to find a holiday destination. So all these are different topics, but how your bot understand and respond instantly, how it is possible. This is possible because of something called a topic in Copilot Studio. So what we usually do, we create multiple topics in Copilot Studio. Then user enter certain context or question or something into the bot. Then Copilot will understood that particular context and it will match with a particular topic. And then that topic, whatever is defined in that topic, will define the response of that particular question. So topic, what is topic? It is a building block of a conversation. It defines how your bot understands what the user wants and how it should respond. As I said, topic is made of two parts. One is the trigger phrase because, for example, I said book my movie ticket. So this is one trigger phrase. Based on this, there is booking, there is movie and ticket. Based on this, it will select a topic that will whatever is defined in that topic that will define the conversational path. For example, in that topic, if the next step it is written as if it is being defined in that particular topic, the next step is which movie ticket you want to book and display some particular options. That particular thing will be displayed in the chatbot. So it completely depends on the conversational path and the trigger phrase. Trigger phrase will decide which topic will get triggered, and conversational path will define the next set of activities from the. So at a very basic level, this is the understanding of the more we will see once I will move to the Copilot Studio. Then topic types. In Copilot Studio, you will see there are two type of topics, system topics and custom topics. So let's go ahead over there and see in more detail. This is my Copilot Studio. In my last video, if you remember, we have created this particular agent, DS Tech Mirror First Agent. So we will use the same agent to understand topics. Now over here, I will go to topics and here you will see custom topics, which is goodbye, greeting, start over, thank you. And if you will see, trigger is phrases. Everywhere it is phrases. Okay. And if you will hover over it, so for goodbye, these are the phrases bye for now, goodbye. So multiple phrases we have entered, and using the Gen AI Copilot or agent will match the phrases, and this particular topic will get triggered. Similarly, for greeting, which is good afternoon, hello, good morning, then start over, and thank you. These are custom topics. Then if I'll go to system topics, so these are the system topics. One thing which you should understand, which is important, is whenever I'll create any topic, it would be a custom topic. I cannot create any system topic. I cannot delete any of the existing system topic. On the other hand, I can delete any of the custom topic. I have delete, make a copy details, but I cannot delete. But what I can do, I can disable any of the system topic. If I disable this particular topic, agent will not be using this particular topic. It will, like for example, let's say this conversational start is there. If I disable this, we will not be seeing the message which we see when I start the agent. So this is the difference. Another difference is the trigger. So if you will see, for system topics there are different triggers. On conversation start, unknown topic, redirect, talk to representative. Let me just expand it if I can. Okay. Unknown topic, selection, on error. So these are the different triggers based on which this will get triggered. Now let's see. If you will see, whenever I am starting this particular agent in the test pane, you could see this message. From where this is coming? This is coming from this conversation start. So if I just click on it, or even before I click on it, if I just click on this particular message, you see, automatically it brings this conversational start trigger. And whenever this agent is getting started, what is the next step? Message. This is displaying this particular message. Hello. I would say you please ignore this. This is a variable function I will cover in my next video. But if you will see rest of the message, it's coming from here. I can edit any of the system topic. For example, I'll just cut it and I'll say this is conversational start trigger or topic. My right. Yeah, fine. And I'll click on save. And then if you'll remember in my last video, I told you just want if you wanted to see the changes, you have to restart. And now see on conversational start, it got triggered. This is conversation start topic. So this is how it is working. What I'll do, I'll just revert back the original message. Fine. Now let's explore few other system topics and then we will create our own custom topics. Okay. Then we have over here end of conversation. Okay. So if for example, if I'll say bye. Now, if you wanted to know which particular topic it triggered, you can click it over here and over here it shows goodbye. Goodbye is a custom topic. Now we wanted to see how it will trigger end of conversation. See, would you like to end our conversation? I said yes. And now it got triggered. End of conversation. So if you will think in depth, uh, another topic got triggered from a topic. Means goodbye topic triggered end of conversation. This I will cover. How to jump from one topic to another. But I would say just keep noting down all these dots, all these building blocks, because now we have started building the foundation of our Copilot Studio journey. With every video, we will be covering important topics, and by the end of this tutorial, you should be enabled yourself to work in any of the advanced projects. So this is how we jump from one topic to another. How we will see, but you have seen the real scenario. The moment I click on that particular button option, it got triggered. It triggered another topic. Now let's go back to that particular thing, goodbye topic. From here, I'll say goodbye. Now goodbye gave me these two buttons, yes or no. Now I said bye. It the phrase got matched. Okay. Next is it is a question. Would you like to end our conversation? And after that particular question, there's a condition based on yes, no. And I said yes, and then it's a redirect. How it is a redirect that we will see. And from here it is triggering another one. End of conversation. Had I said no, I would have got this message. Go ahead, I'm listening. But one thing you should notice is how to get this, how to get these two options. That also I will cover. Okay. Before I move forward over here, now let's see what all other topics are there which we should see. End of conversation. Escalate. Escalate is another topic. For example, if I'll say I want to talk to an agent, now it should trigger this particular topic, escalate. Now it is saying escalating to a representative is currently not configured. Now why I am, covering system topics first, because if you are working in any of the enterprise agent, if you are creating any enterprise agent, you have to modify your system topics because your customer would have a requirement how your agent should greet the users. That is the conversational topic. Then escalate one. Definitely over here it is saying we do not have this functionality, but you may have to do that. You may have to give some over here. Maybe we can say that to talk to a customer, dial this number or reach out to this particular email ID. That particular message we can give. Okay, so this is escalate. Now let's go ahead and see other one, fallback. Fallback is when any of the message will not match. For example, I'll say book movie ticket. Because if you will remember, we have not yet added any of the knowledge or database to this particular agent. This agent is completely blank. it is completely dependent on these topics as of now. If I'll say book movie ticket, now it won't be matching with any of the topic. That's why a fallback topic. And what is the trigger? On unknown intent. I'm sorry, I'm not sure. Here it is. So this is how the system topics are important, and I'm highlighting all the important ones for you, which is conversation start, end of conversation, escalate, fallback, on error is for the developers, then multiple topics matched is another one. Why? I'll tell you. For example, your phrase, whatever the trigger phrase you have typed, it gets matched with two topics. Then what will happen? Then your agent will display both the topic name to your user and ask them to select a topic. Let's say you have created two topics, topic one and topic two. Both have same trigger, good morning, good morning. Then both the topics will get displayed over here. I will show you how. And that's where it is important to name your topic very using very valid terminology, so that when it is being displayed, in case it is being displayed to a user can select it from there by reading the text on it. That is very important. So guys, these are the system topics. You cannot create a system topic. You can edit them, you can disable them, you cannot delete them. To edit them, you need more tools to it, which I will be covering in my upcoming videos. For example, triggers, conditions, variables, more to it. So we will see how we can do that, because that's the core which will build the entire logic path or the entire logic. How to call power automate flow from this, how to call agent flows, all this we will come. Now let's go ahead and see the custom topics. Custom topics are same, just the way I have covered. Greeting, good morning, goodbye. You can delete them, you can add them. Now let's say if I have to create a topic, how I can do that? I'll say add a topic. Now from blank or create from description with Copilot, I'll go with from blank. Over here, I have to give a name to the topic. I'll say create new incident. Okay. And here, no phrases to show. Now, let's add some phrases over here. I'll say, now let me add some phrases for that. What I will add, I will say new ticket. I'll say create new incident, add new request. What else? As of now, these three. So you can add multiple phrases. Now, I'll give you a clue over here. Instead of thinking about the phrases, I would say use ChatGPT. Go over there, put the description that the like this is the topic you are planning to create. Give the phrases. It will give all the possible phrases, not all the but multiple phrases. It will give you, and from there you can select. That will make your job easy. Then, as a next step, now this is important, which will decide our next videos. Also, the what all things I'm planning to cover. Now, this will define our. I'll say, if you will remember in my slide, the conversational path, all these possible options over here. Now what you can do when a phrase get matched, you can send a message, you can ask question with an adjective card, condition, variable, topic, tool, and advanced. All these I have to cover one by one. So this, if you we will go through all this, and then I think we would be covering most of the things to create a full-fledged topic or an enterprise level thing if we are building anything. I may not be able to cover each and everything, but at least I will give you the building blocks. All these things I will cover, but if you will go to the advanced thing, add a tool, new agent flow. In the very first video I gave you just a blueprint of it. Agent flow, we will see prompt, upload a skill, what all these things are there. And in the advanced thing, generative answer, HTTP request, log a custom telemetry event, send an event, activity authenticate, sign out users. But I will be covering all these things. On in this, I will be covering the selective things. For rest of the things, I will give you the, uh, I would say the high level things, and then I will make you enable to go and explore them in details, because everything cannot be covered through videos. And over here, if you will see, these are basic tools. Then we have connectors. delete row, run a flow with Power Automate for desktop. We have multiple things. Then we have tools over here. So we will come to all these things, but let's start with the basic things first. Don't get scared. Let's say today we'll just post a message. I'll say this is topic for new ticket. Correct? Same. Now let's create one more topic and then we will play around with them. Okay. Then we will see other things. Okay. Now I'll go ahead to the topics. I'll say add a topic from blank. The next topic, this topic will help me to get the status of my existing incidents. So my possible phrases would be status of my incident, status of my request, my request, my tickets, my ticket status. So all these are the possible phrases I've added. Now, to send a message I've already covered. Now I will cover this ask a question. So ask a question over here, which your topic is for which vertical? Sorry, my bad. I'm into topic only. Your request is for which vertical? Just a random question. Over here, you could see, I told you when we were exploring other system topics, there were two options. How to give multiple choice question over here. Identify. Let's see. If I'll click on this, here we have entity, multiple choice question from a list. So all these things we will see age color, but today I'm covering this multiple choice question. So multiple choice questions, first option, I'll say SharePoint. Then we have Power Platform, or I'll say Power Apps, Power BI. So all these things we have covered. And save user responses where one choice. You have to ignore this because in my next video I'm covering variables, conditions, and all other things like which you saw over here, entity, all these things I will cover in my next video. So for now, we will ignore this and let's save this topic and I'll say status of request. Fine, save. Fine. Now what I'll do, I'll just refresh it from here. Okay. And here I'll say I want to create new request. And here you see the topic which we have created got triggered. This is topic for new ticket. I'll say what is the status of my request. Our topic got triggered and it is trying to capture the response from the user. SharePoint. So this is how, if you wanted to capture the response from the user, how you will do that. This is how you will do that, where you will ask a question and over there we will give multiple choice questions. So this is, with this I'll just try to cover this also. So this is how you create topics. Okay. Topic is nothing just to how your agent will respond to all the different queries. Now inside the topic we will define all the business logic. We have just started with it. We have covered this one thing called question and answer. Okay. And there are multiple things I show you. So we will cover most of the things. So overall, this is a topic. Now let's go ahead and see more to this particular topic. If I'll click over here, what else we have? Adaptive card, I will cover. Variable management, topic management, I will cover separately. Now let's try one thing. Over here also, I'll just edit this. Okay. And I'll say create new request. Okay. Now, wait, I'll create new request I have to add. because what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to cover that particular scenario where requests will get matched with multiple topics. Save. Let's add the same phrase in the earlier one also where it is create new incident. Here also I'll add the same phrase create new request. I'll say edit create new request. This is done. I'll click on save, restart, and we'll say create new request. Now Now over here, the thing which I wanted to cover is multiple topics matched. This was one of the system topics, and I told you that I will cover it. See, now what happened is this particular phase was in two topics. Okay, and now to clarify, it is giving the name or it is presenting us both the topics. Now let's assume I have given them name like test one and test two. Then end user cannot is will not be able to select any of the correct topic. That's where it is important to name your topics correctly. Here, if I say create new incident, and it will go to that particular topic and it will follow the next set of steps. So this is where it is important to name your topics correctly. And with this, if you will see, I have covered this also multiple topics. Mash. Okay. So guys, this is for the topics. Okay. We will keep on going into that because now what I will do, I will be covering the variables and entities conditions in my next video, which will help us to define the logic in our topics. So guys, that's it for today's video. If you like this video, please like and share the video and subscribe to the channel to get notification for our upcoming videos. Till our next video, much love, keep learning. Thank you.